Hello, I'm Kat and today I've got an autumn Shein haul. So we're getting into the autumn now, like the cooler months, starting to get a bit cold, and I thought it would be a good time to do a little Shein haul and we'll get some autumn pieces because I do want to get some more kind of like autumn clothes, like more those sorts of colours. And I mean, I'm always looking for like kind of good jumpers because I do kind of struggle with that, like finding the right size and ones that I like. So yeah, today we've got a autumn themed haul. So I've got a few outfits here. So I did kind of get like outfits, some tops and like matching bottoms, and I have got a dress, I've got some jumpers. Yeah, so let's go through them. So first up we've got this little kind of, it's almost like a woolen style. It is a bit of a crop top, I would say. But this is in a kind of like creamy colour, and I did get this in a medium, and this was about £7. So I got this in a bigger size. Obviously when I go on Shein and I'm gonna buy something, I do look at like the measurements for like each size, like of each product, like separately. So I did get this in a medium, looking at the measurements, and yeah, I just thought it looked quite cute, and I want some more kind of like neutral pieces like that. So yeah, we got this at the top, and then to match with that top I got this green skirt. I had to do my best to try not to buy everything green. I did buy a few more pieces, but I think this green colour is just perfect for the autumn time. But yeah, this is kind of like asymmetrical, I think is the word. So it's kind of like all different lengths at the bottom. I do have a similar skirt to this already, but this one's it's a lot more smoother. Like the other one's quite netted almost, so this one isn't. You've got kind of like lacing as well. So yeah, I just really like how this one looked. So I got this one in a 10 medium, and this was about £14. Here we've got the first outfit, and I really quite like this skirt, but we'll go through the top first. So the top is actually a bit see-through. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but I feel like it's making the top look a bit off, where you can like see where my bra is through it. So I'm not too keen on the top. I also feel like maybe it's a little bit too big, but other than that I do quite like the style of it. Yeah, it's just a shame that it's a bit see-through, and I've got like a nude bra on, so I'm not really sure what you would do underwear wise under this. Like maybe you could wear more of like a kind of camisole underneath or something, so it's like a solid colour rather than getting that kind of see-through look. And then the skirt I really quite like. It's just really nice, and like I love the flowiness of it. So you have got the kind of asymmetrical like layers on the hem, and yeah, I just think it's really nice. So depending where you put it on the waist obviously makes it longer or shorter. So it is quite short if you have it high up, it's kind of like knee length, but if you wanted to put it like a bit lower on the waist or something, you could then go a bit lower down the leg. And yeah, I just think this is really nice. So I really like the skirt, not so much the top. And then for the next outfit I've got this red jumper. So I'm not sure how I feel about it like here looking on the hanger, but definitely on the website I liked how it looked, so I'm hoping it looks better once I've got it on. But yeah, this is just like a knitted jumper. I think I did get it a bit more of like an oversized, like it does look like it's meant to be a bit kind of like looser. So I did get this in a 10 and medium, and this was about £10. But yeah, it's just plain on both sides. But yeah, I hope this looks quite nice. And then to go with that, I've actually got some trousers. And this wasn't the initial pair that I wanted to get. I wanted to get a different pair, but they didn't have my size available in that one, so I did go for something different. But this is kind of like a wide leg trouser, and yeah, it's just got kind of suns and moons and stars on. Now this material is actually kind of weird. It's a bit like a satiny material actually, like a thick satin material. It is interesting. But yeah, I'm curious to see how these are going to fit on the length, seeing as I am quite tall. I've got quite long legs, so we'll see how these fit. So I got this in a size 10, a medium, and this was about £13. Here we've got the next outfit, and I don't think these two pieces are actually going together. So let's talk about the jumper first. So I do kind of like this. Obviously it is kind of more oversized. I can't remember what size I got this in, but it is definitely long enough on the arms, so I love that. And I mean, it just doesn't go with these trousers. But if I try and think of it separately, you've got like massive sleeves, so I'm not entirely sure how I feel about the massive sleeves. It is very warm, it's quite cozy. And then onto the trousers, which they fit quite well, but I don't know if I can show you this. Like, can you see how large these like legs are? Like, they're so wide. I didn't realise they was gonna be like so wide, and I don't think I'm a fan of it. And they're only just about long enough. Like, it's kind of like cutting it close. I do like the design of them. I think the design is really nice, like the pattern. But yeah, I don't think the style of them I really like. Like, I think I would want a bit less of a wide leg. But yeah, I mean, they're not bad, and obviously they definitely don't go with this jumper. So I think like the jumper's okay, trousers, no. And then the next outfit I'm really looking forward to. Like, I hope this is gonna look good, because I kind of took inspiration from another photo I saw on there of like another outfit, but they didn't have all the pieces for that, so I just kind of made one up myself. So first up, we've got this kind of like brown like waistcoat jacket, so it has got kind of some lacing on the sides as well, but pretty plain. And I got this in a size 10, and this was about £8. And then I got a shirt to go underneath that. So it took me ages to find a shirt. I wanted something with like the kind of right neckline and like with a bit of frills. And this is a bit of a creamy colour. It's a bit off-white. And yeah, it's just got some like frills around it. And I hope this looks nice and like with the outfit, like how I'm envisioning it, you know. So I actually got this one in a small, and this was £15. So I'm hoping this one fits. Obviously, like I said, I did look at the sizing, like the measurements on there. And then to go with that, I got this little pleated brown skirt. So it's not the exact same shade of brown as like the waistcoat, but I think it matches enough that hopefully it will look all right together. So yeah, this is just a kind of plain pleated skirt, and I got this in a 10, and this was about £7. So here we've got the little kind of brown outfit that I put together, and I was really looking forward to this one. Like, I was hoping this was going to work, but unfortunately most of it doesn't fit, but it's kind of got the like look that I was going for. So this shirt itself is a little bit too tight, and it's not quite, I wanted a bit more ruffles up here, I think. Like, this one does up like this, but I think I want a bit more like ruffles here. I do quite like the sleeves. You've got the little bit of lace, and then I'm not sure about this kind of waist here, but then I think if the waistcoat was like a bit longer, you'd kind of cover that up a bit. So like, I like this kind of frill bit around the edge. And then we've got the skirt. I quite like the skirt, but it does not fit. I cannot get it done up around my waist, and I actually got this in a medium, so I'm not sure what brand this was, but I'm kind of shocked that I couldn't get it done up. But I do quite like the skirt, and I would be happy to get this in like another size. Like, I do quite like how it looks. And then we've got the waistcoat like jacket thing, which it fits, but it's maybe a smidge on the tight side, because it's just like pulling a little bit here. And like, I can't loosen these anymore because of like the fabric, so if anything, I'd probably want to size up and then like tighten it, you know. Obviously these don't match the same brown, but that's not a massive issue. But I do quite like this. I don't think there's anything wrong with the waistcoat. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with the pieces, any of the pieces actually. And I don't think it looks too bad together. I think there's maybe a bit too many bows, like maybe this one should be gone if there's these two here. But yeah, this is the sort of outfit that I was looking at getting, so I think I'm going to try and get something like this, like maybe in a different colour or something, just try and find something that would work, you know. But yeah, I think all the pieces are good, they're just not the right fit. And then we've got the next outfit, and first up is a green jumper. So I did try to get this in a bigger size, so it's going to be more oversized. And yeah, I really love this green, and it feels like it's going to be quite warm and soft, hopefully. So this was actually part of their Daisy range, so I did get this in a size 10, which is like an XL, but Daisy is their kind of like Asian range. But I looked at some of the reviews and how it fit on some other people, so I'm hoping this is going to fit more oversized on me. But this costs £13, and then to go with that is a pair of leggings, which I really love these leggings, and I chose these first and then I had to find something to go with them. So they're just kind of like leafy. They're like, the base of it is black, but then you just got loads of like leaves and vines and everything on them, and I just thought they looked really cool, so I wanted to try them out. I've had them on my wish list for ages, so hopefully they fit nicely, and like hopefully that jumper matches with them as well. And I got these in a size 10 and these were £5. Here we've got the next outfit, and I quite like this one. I think the jumper does kind of go with the trousers. It's maybe not quite the same like shade of green, but I think it looks okay. One thing that I did want with this was for the jumper to be a bit longer, like almost, I guess, like covering my bum mostly. So it's a bit shorter than what I wanted, but I actually really like this jumper and I think it fits really nicely. So like I may not wear it with the leggings, but I would wear it with other things. And like it's kind of soft. It's not like really super soft, but it's got like a smoothness to it. But it feels quite cozy, and yeah, I mean it's like stretchy, it's a bit loose, so I really quite like the jumper. And onto the leggings, I really like the design on these. Like I think it's so cool, like the kind of like floral, I mean it's not really floral, there are flowers actually, but just like the green, the leaves. So I really do quite like these. The only thing is I'm not sure whether they're a bit big. Like there's a lot of kind of excess fabric around, like kind of, I guess my crotch, like around the front here. So I'm not sure whether I would actually need the size down, but then I wonder if they might be too short on the leg, because they're kind of only just fitting like to the ankle now, so I'm not sure if I got the size down whether they might then be too short. But I do really like the design of them, so I'm not sure what to do there. But yeah, I think both of these items are really good. And then the last thing that I got is a dress, and I really love how this one looked. So I think it's so pretty. I think the colour is really good for autumn as well. It's kind of like a beige-y shade, and it's just really flowy. I'm hoping the sleeves are long enough. That's one of the issues. So you've got the kind of chiffony sleeves and the chiffony skirt. You've got a bit of kind of corset waist. You've got like the ruching at the back. So you can't really tighten it, but hopefully this will fit really nicely. Yeah, I just love this kind of like floatiness. So I got this in a size 10 and this was a £16. Okay, and finally we've got the dress, and I love this. I love this. I think this looks so nice. I was really worried that the sleeves weren't going to be long enough on this, but they actually are. The only thing with this is it is a bit too big. So because it has just got like the ruching on the back, and then like there's not a zip, so it's not like super tight. Like if I move my arms up, you can see the whole kind of dress moves that with me. So I feel like I would need that size down, just so that it's a bit tighter around the waist, just to hold it in place, you know. But other than that, I really love this one. Like I love the kind of flowiness of it, and I think it looks really nice. Oh, so you can do this into a bow. I haven't done that, and same with this one. But yeah, I really love this one. Like I think it looks so nice. So it's a shame, like obviously by it being the ruching, it's nice and easy to get on, but I almost feel like maybe if it had the proper corset and you tightened it with the corset, it would be good. Yeah, so I really like this one. So that's it for my little Shein autumn haul. I'm sure you guys already know which is my favourite thing, and that is this dress. I do really like it, so I might look at getting this in a smaller size, I think. And then other than that, I do really like that green jumper and the green skirt. Those both fit quite nicely. But I liked how most of the stuff looked. I think there was only a couple of things I wasn't as keen on. So overall, I think this is a pretty good kind of like autumn haul. And like I love all these sorts of colours. I think they look really nice, especially the green. And I do need more kind of colours like this. I need more browns. I haven't got many kind of brown tones in my wardrobe, so like some good neutral colours. So let me know what you think of the items that I picked up. Have you got your kind of like autumn clothes out, and like are you starting to wear them yet? Like it's starting a bit colder, so I have got like my tights out. I've worn them a couple of times now, and like starting to put on the jumpers again. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, give it a like and subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!